crispy golden brown on the outside, juicy and tender on the inside, seasoned to perfection all over. Can you guess what I'm talking about?
Chicken!
Yep, that's right. Fried chicken. But not just any fried chicken. My fried chicken recipe has been passed down from generation to generation in my family. Once you taste my chicken, you'll be begging for more. One of my fondest memories of my late grandmother, Betty Brinson, is walking into her house being consumed by the smell of fried chicken in the air. At a very early age in the kitchen with my mother, I learned many avenues in perfecting and appreciating fried chicken. The history of fried chicken is one of many soul food traditions that have been shared with different cultures across the world. Safe handling of chicken is vital when it comes to cooking and eating fried chicken. The different techniques in which chicken is fried is the key element for achieving good fried chicken. Because fried chicken is one of my all-time favorite dishes to eat and cook, I would like to inform you about 3 main points I found to be very helpful when understanding and accomplishing fried chicken. The history of fried chicken, safety precautions when preparing fried chicken, and the methods of frying chicken. First, let's begin with the history of fried chicken. According to Smokey D. Fountain, who is the publisher for the Urban Daily website, stated on February 10th that fried chicken dates back to ancient cultures in Europe, Asia, and even North America. Many of these Scottish immigrants settled in the southern United States where fried chicken became extremely popular. When African slaves who worked as cooks were brought to the country, they put their own spin on the dishes using seasonings and spices not found in most Scottish dishes. I interviewed 2 women that said fried chicken is a big part of their lives. Miss Shirley and Miss Robin. Miss Shirley is a black American woman who grew up in the 50s. Her grandfather used to raise and sell chickens for a living. As a little girl, she remembers helping her grandmother sell fried chicken dinners at the neighborhood church. Although chicken was cheap and economical in those times, fried chicken became the meat of choice at many of her family dinners. Now, Robin Dowdy, she is a Caucasian woman who grew up in the 70s. Her experience with fried chicken is slightly different. She would spend her summers as a little girl on her aunt and uncle's farm working. Oftentimes, her job on the farm would be to catch the chicken they would have for dinner. This process would take hours sometimes. She would crack their necks with her hands, then take them over to the tree trunk and chop their necks off with an axe. Robin would also tie the chicken's legs and hang them. The chicken was then skinned and her great aunt would fry the chicken for dinner. Robin found this experience to be fun and oftentimes looked forward to spending her summers on the farm. 2 very different women from 2 very totally different walks of life, but the one thing they can agree on is fried chicken for dinner. Now let's look at the most important detail when preparing chicken: health and safety precautions. Chicken is highly known for carrying bacteria that can easily be transferred from one object to the next. This is called cross-contamination. Chef Sean Rowe, on behalf of ExpertVillage.com, stated that chicken carries a bacteria called Salmonella. Salmonella can be very harmful and even in some cases death if not detected early. He also states that when storing chicken, either store it frozen or refrigerate it below 40 degrees. Also, wash your hands prior and after handling chicken. We also need to be cautious for the internal chicken to reach 165 degrees or above. It is always a good idea to clean as you go and keep your area free from debris and throwing things away when you need to. With this knowledge, I believe that no matter what pieces of chicken you decide to cook, you should always wash and rinse your chicken. I usually do this in the sink with a knife and my hands under lukewarm water. Let's look at the different methods in which chicken can be fried. You will need to consider what type of oil, grease, pan, seasoning, and utensils you feel most comfortable using. Before the chicken is fried, I usually season my chicken with my secret recipe. I may or may not use other seasonings depending upon the desired taste I'm trying to achieve. After I have seasoned my chicken and it's looking the way I want it to look, the next step is flouring the chicken with all-purpose white flour. I usually put some flour and a few pieces of chicken in a Ziploc bag and give it a shake. Now it's time to fry the bird. According to the website allrecipes.com, there are 3 main methods to frying chicken: pan frying, deep frying, and broiling. No matter what method you use, heating the oil should be done right around the same time the seasoning and flouring of the chicken takes place. Broiling is a method in which the pressure cooker is used to accelerate the process. Deep frying and pan frying chicken are 2 methods I use when I'm frying chicken. Deep frying requires a deep fryer or pot shallow enough so that the chicken pieces can be completely submerged in oil and the grease. Pan frying requires a frying pan or a cast iron and oil that does not fully immerse the chicken. Occasionally flipping of the chicken is required to ensure even cooked chicken on both sides. Frying chicken can be very tricky in regards to the system you use. Once you become more familiar with frying chicken, the easier this method will become. In conclusion, fried chicken is an ultimate comfort food of all times. I must say that fried chicken is finger-licking, lip-smacking good down to the bone. Understanding the history of fried chicken should give you an appreciation no matter what cultural background you come from. The USDA Food Safety and Inspection Services provides many examples and tips on how to keep you and your family safe when cooking and eating chicken. There are many different ways to make chicken. No matter which way you decide to fry your chicken, practice, practice, practice makes perfect fried chicken. The history, safety precautions, and the methods of fried chicken has been my guide to eating and cooking my all-time favorite dish. Keeping these 3 points in mind will guarantee your experience to be just as rewarding as it's been for me thus far. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Wee.
Who's ready for some chicken?
Me. I want a piece of that chicken.
I do too.
That chicken look good.
Oh, it smelled like the best recipe I ever smelled in my whole freaking life.
I think I get 2 pieces.
Oh, maybe 3.
Hot sauce, anyone?
Sure.